Good morning and welcome to Hessenland and Schatz Winery. We are here in our tasting bar out in the vineyard. My wife Liz and myself Frank. Hessenland, our family business, in its 37th year, and Schatz Winery is in year 2. Behind us you'll see some of the wines that we have just started producing. This is our second vintage, a number of red, whites, and sparkling wine for the first time this year.
We do offer dining in the vineyard, out in the garden terrace, as well as inside. And we also have 15 guest rooms as well. So we're very fortunate that we can offer a great staycation or accommodations for people visiting our area. We're also known for our weddings and events, which we do mostly year round, and we're in the middle of it right now. Again, more information about our inn, events, experiences, please visit our website, or more importantly on our social media, for Instagram under Hessenland Schatz, and then we also have a Hessenland Weddings and Events Instagram handle, and then of course our Facebook. Big supporters of Jessica's House. I am very fortunate to be a volunteer there, which I absolutely love. But outside of that, we always like to support our community because our community supports us. And Jessica's House is such an important thing for us in this county, and we look forward to being part of this event in October, but in other avenues as well. So thank you very much for your support.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Handbags for Hospice in support of Jessica's House. I'm your MC this evening, Melissa Shank.
And I am Jennifer Mossop, her co-host.
And we have planned for you, and well, we personally didn't plan it. The team at Jessica's House has put an amazing event together for you this evening. If you have been on the Givergy website already, you will know the hard work, the sweat, the tears that has gone into putting this all together, because well, you can even see behind us here all of those amazing, beautiful purses. I don't know about you, Jennifer, but I'm smelling the leather tonight. You can literally smell. There are some vintage. I've got my eye on that vintage Louis Vuitton back there. It is looking fine. That is number 19. Number 19. So one of the things before we dive in to everything tonight, I want to make sure that you have been practicing on the Givergy website. And of course, let's make sure you know how to donate tonight, because really that's what we're here to do this evening in support of Jessica's House. So you should be going to givergy.ca/Jessica's House, or if you are not on that website for some reason, you can also text your pledge to 519-280-4774. But most of you, I imagine, are going to be on the Givergy website tonight. That's where you make donations. That's where you make your bids for the auction. That's where a lot of the action is happening tonight. It's all on Givergy, or you're also tuning in here. And you know what? We want to get social. We want to have fun tonight. Tonight is about community, about getting together, and about raising funds for an amazing cause for Jessica's House. And so we want to hear from you on the social. So please do comment, chat, write. We want to hear from you in the comments below here on the YouTube channel. We're so happy that you're streaming with us tonight from home, in the comfort of your home, and I hope you're surrounded by the ones that you love as well. Now, we've got quite a jam-packed night tonight, and we got a lot of contests. There's going to be, you know, we'll probably hear you back at home, someone screaming that they won something back at home, because there are some amazing prizes coming up. So first, let's talk about the golden ticket. I mean, this is the big thing that Handbags for Hospice is known for, right?
Yes.
The golden ticket. So did you have your golden ticket? Because we're going to be drawing that golden ticket in a moment. And you at home, when we call your name, now this is really important. And everybody, the team over here said, I got to drive this home to you, because do not go for a washroom break right now. Do not just sit right there, because this is not the time to walk away, because if your phone rings and you don't answer it, you're not going to win the prize. Simple as that, okay? So you have to be home. Well, I guess you could not be home and be on your cell phone, but you have to answer the phone, is what I'm trying to say. We're not going to leave you a message and say, call us back. Answer the phone when we call for the golden ticket. Now, let's have a look at the prizes and the packages that you can be choosing from tonight. Let's say 1. We'll call it package 1. We have got, what have we got here? It's going to come up on the screen, and I want to see. We've got the gourmet meal, a $1,000 gift certificate to Hessenland, which is where we are here tonight, live streaming from Hessenland in and also Schatz Winery. And in this package, you're gonna get so much more, but really, what more do you need? A gourmet meal, $1,000 to spend here at Hessenland? I think that's a great package. Or will it be, when you win, when we call your name for that golden ticket, will it be fill your freezer with all of these amazing treasures and treats and gift certificates that is going to have you stocked up for the winter? I hate saying winter, but yes, we will have you stocked up for the winter. Or will it be the final package, and this is going to be a popular one as well, I think, loaded in the tub. Are you loaded in the tub, or is the tub loaded? We're not quite sure, but either way, that is a loaded tub of, we will say, some fine beverages to partake in once it arrives at your doorstep. So we are going to be doing that coming up momentarily. So that's on deck. We also have, you'll see a wheel coming up in behind us shortly, and it's spin the wheel to win. We have 6 prizes. We're going to be drawing 6 names. We'll do 3 in a few moments, 3 a bit later in our show this evening, and so we'll have 6 more winners there as well. So the other thing I've got to talk to you about, I mean, the big part of the show tonight is, of course, in the house. I see them in the far distance over here. It's Lane the auctionista, and Lane is in the house ready to do that live auction that we know is gonna be a blast. It's always a blast when Lane is in the house. So live auction, and of course also Fund a Need, which is why we are here tonight.
Why we're here tonight, and that's why I'm here tonight, because one of the things that has been closest to my heart is hospice palliative care. For anybody who knows Jessica's House, you know how highly valued it is, you know how special it is. And it's interesting because hospices came into being in Ontario about 40 years ago with neighbors helping neighbors in their home. That's the actual roots of it. And hospice residences came along because, well, for a few reasons. One, because the complexity of care at end of life became greater, and hospital is not always a great place at end of life. It doesn't have the home-like setting that a hospice has. So hospices came into being. They also gave support to families, family caregivers who were pretty tired, and gave the family an opportunity to get together, to be together at the end of life, and to celebrate life in a home-like setting that smells like soup and cookies and is welcoming, and a place that people really do appreciate. It's highly valued by communities, only partially funded by government. They came to the table about 16 years ago and actually brought some funds to the table, realizing how valued they are and how valuable they are. But the fact of the matter is that the community is a huge partner in hospice care across the province and in Exeter and beyond, where Jessica's House is serving the broader community. So it's necessary and an essential part of this of hospice is to have the community come to the table for great events like this. To bring funds to the table, we have to do a tip of the hat to the volunteers who give their time, whether it's shoveling snow, landscaping, playing music, whatever it is that they do, that help these places be the special place they are at a very difficult time of life, but a very important and special time of life. First breaths and last breaths, just as important. And only 3% of Canadians actually die suddenly. The rest of us are going to need hospice palliative care, and we're going to need it there. And our families are going to need it because hospice provides care in the bed and beside the bed as well. Family caregivers receive tremendous grief and bereavement support that helps them maintain their well-being at a difficult time and beyond. So that's why we're here. That's the important stuff that you were talking about. I'm going to hand it back to you for the more fun stuff.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And don't go far away because I need your help for this. Okay, so the moment that many of you have all been waiting for is the golden ticket. So we'll spin this in a moment. But first, the golden ticket, and I have the golden bag that was given to me by our lovely team over here from Jessica's House.
So they really are there. Cheers, so we know you're there.
They are there. Woo!
Makes noise.
We can hear them. They're there.
There is a team.
We have a big team here. It is a big team. It takes a village to make this happen. So I'm shaking this up, and someone's going to love me a whole lot, and the rest of you are just not going to like me so much. But that's why maybe we're live streaming. So you're at home, and I'm here. But you know what? Let's draw a name and see who we have. Get your phone. Okay, well, I guess your phone will be ready, and our operators are now standing by to make the call to...
No pressure or anything. No bathroom breaks right now.
Here we go. Number 24, Audrey Pincombe. So will it be Audrey? Answer the call,
Rush.
answer the call,
Rush
answer
to
the
the
call.
phone.
Is it kind of like when you're on the radio and you have like 30 seconds to answer the phone? I'm not quite sure the exact rules there, but you do have to answer the phone, and we will find out which package that Audrey chose, whether it is fill your freezer, whether it is loaded in the tub, or you're going to be spending some money here at Hessenland. I mean, any of them are all amazing. Gourmet meals and more. So we will wait to hear from the team when we hear from Audrey, okay? And if we don't hear from Audrey, we'll draw again. So stay tuned. I will keep you posted. Meanwhile, we have 3 other prizes to be giving away, but I also want to remind everyone about the silent auction, because these items over here are not going to last. I'll have to check the clock because we're just a little after 6. And all of these items are going to be closing. Those silent auction items are going to close at 7:30 p.m. sharp. No ifs, ands, or buts, no exceptions. 7:30 p.m. they're going to close. And so what I suggest, I know sometimes everybody's got a different way of bidding. Do you find that? I find everyone bids a little bit different. Some wait until the end, slip in there, do this. Don't wait until the end. And I'm going to tell you why. Because test your technology, okay? That is important. Test the technology, make sure it works. Put in some bids, get going, get excited, get some action happening. Don't wait until the end, because what might happen is something you really want was there and then you had a glitch or something. You can fix it. There's time to fix things. Technology is not always perfect, and neither are we, right? So give it a try, give it a test as we start to spin the wheel. Would you like to do the honors?
I want to try the, yes,
All right.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
I'm going to
thank
put Audrey's name here, and I'm going to put this over here so I don't draw out of the wrong bins. Okay, so this is now the golden purse, or like a goldish, it's like a beige purse, we'll call it. So all of the spin to wins are going to come out of this one. Ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Number 1.
This is so fun for me. I spent all these years as a news anchor, and now I feel like Vanna White, and I'm going
Right?
to spin a wheel or something.
Or we're
Much
like
more
on The
fun.
Price is Right. Just don't go crazy, because we'll
Yeah, I
be here,
never
we'll
watched
be here
the
all
shows,
night
I
in
never
the
know. Okay,
Plinko here or something.
I'll be very gentle.
Okay, here we go. All right. I'm going to draw a name here. And it looks like, what are we on here? We're going to go
with Smith? No.
Yep, so we're going to go right here to the LCBO wine package, and that goes to Madison, number 7, Madison Rouleau. Congratulations, Madison. Woo! All right, so we've got, have we heard from Audrey yet? Have we heard from Audrey?
Loaded in the tub.
She's loaded in the tub. Audrey, way to go. You're loaded in the tub. Way to go. Okay, so that one is gone. But there's more coming up, I assure you. Okay, Madison, Rouleau, woohoo! We will give you a LCBO. All right, 2 more to go now, 2 more. Okay, here we go. And I'm digging deep for this one. Oh, it's stuck down there. There we go. Oh, someone will like this. I went really deep on that one there. We have got, let's see, we've got another LCBO. I've got another LCBO package here. That wheel likes the LCBO here, I find. Number 13, Shelley Van Osh. Shelley Van Osh, wine package for you. Wow, we're doing LCBO packages and loaded in the tub. So far, it's about a couple cocktails and beverages tonight, which I'm hoping you're enjoying one at home as well tonight, too. Okay, we've got
Ready?
one more spin the wheel. Here we go. Right.
Something new.
Ooh, this is awesome. This is the Oakwood Inn and Golf package. Way to go. Number 25, Bobby Hoffman. All right. Well, we are off to an amazing start.
We are.
So thank you for having some fun over here in the Spin to Win. And we will be back with more spinning and more prizes coming up in just a few moments. So I'll turn things back over to you.
Back over to me,
Yes,
I know.
back over to you, Jennifer.
So I'm just going to come back into this spot. I think it's important that we point out that the next series of videos taped a number of weeks ago, prior to the great losses suffered by the Wimbo family. And I know many of you know Kim Wimbo, and your hearts and thoughts will be with them as ours are as well. But they have suffered great tragedy in their lives. But we wanted you just to let you know that the videos that you see now were prepared before those events happened. And you are now going to hear from a number of key people with Jessica's House and some of the families who benefit from the care.
Welcome to Handbags for Hospice 2021. My name is Tracy Snell and I'm the Executive Director for Jessica's House. Over the past 3 years, we've been able to care for 120 residents, and during this time we have supported many families while going through their loss of their loved ones that have died. The relief that we have seen in people's faces as they have walked through the doors of Jessica's House is just so rewarding. We have seen families gather to celebrate birthdays, wedding anniversaries, and even one family had a pizza party just because they were together. We know there is comfort when we peek into the rooms and both husband and wife are sleeping, or when families have decorated the room for a special occasion. We love to hear the stories of families sharing memories and reminiscing of days gone by, as we continue to care for residents and their end-of-life care and continue to support them through their grieving process. Our hope is with continued support, we'll be able to educate members of the community in advanced care planning and dispel the myths associated with palliative and end-of-life care. Myths such as you must pay to come to Jessica's House, or you can only come to Jessica's House if you have a cancer diagnosis, or that you must know the right people to get into Jessica's House. We've been so privileged that we are able to get government funding in our second year, but unfortunately it only covers about 40% of our operational costs. So that is the reason that we need to continue having these events and fund development opportunities within Jessica's House. We also hope to educate people about how and when a referral can be made. We want to provide families the opportunity to have caregiver stresses taken away by providing a home away from home. A place where families can come and go as they need, with knowing their loved ones are being cared for by a group of qualified healthcare professionals. As we continue to support people from their diagnosis to their end-of-life care at our residential hospice, fundraising such as Handbags for Hospice will provide the monetary support to provide these services to members of the community. We will continue to educate people to give them the choice of where they would like to have their end-of-life care provided and ensure that they know that they have a choice. Thank you so much for being a part of this event and supporting Jessica's House.
Hello, and welcome to our Handbags for Hospice. We are delighted that you're choosing to spend your time in support of Jessica's House. We are highlighting our bereavement services programs tonight, a cause that is obviously very near and dear to my heart. I've been providing bereavement support to our community for nearly 20 years now, and honestly that number blows me away. The years have moved very quickly. When I stop to think about the number of people I've supported over the years, I think it's safe to say that we would be well over 1,000. It's never lost on me the privilege of being invited into someone's life for what is, for most, the worst time of their lives. The value of good bereavement support can be a vital part of someone's grieving process. The validation that they are indeed having a normal grief response can help to remind them that they are normal and feeling unbalanced is a natural part of the process. People often say to me that it must be such a depressing job to be around death and sadness all the time. And I won't lie, it has its moments. We are only human, but our team at Jessica's House supports each other through these difficult days. We share tears and hugs and remind each other that we were able to provide that resident with a good death. And then we move on to support and care for our next families. Through education and community engagement, it is a priority for us to not only become a source of support, but also a center of best practice and information for those who may be just beginning their journey with a new diagnosis and aren't sure what to do first. Who do I call and how do I find out what to do? We can assist with those worries and ensure that you don't fall through the cracks of what can be a complicated medical system. Many years ago, early in my career, I used to do house calls. I would drive all over South Huron and sit at the kitchen table or on the living room couch and hear stories of lost loved ones. It was unavoidable that my clients became very special to me as we shared this sacred time together. I will always remember a moment I had after nearly 2 years of visits every other week with a client who experienced the traumatic loss of multiple family members. As our time together was naturally ending, she said something to me that I've never forgotten. She thanked me for my time and for all of my visits and told me that I had provided her with a gift, the gift of hope. When life felt hopeless for her, she stated that I lent her mine, and now it was time for her to give that back to me so I could go and share it with someone else. This was a heartfelt moment that I have carried with me throughout my entire career. There's no denying that death is scary, overwhelming, and frightening. We sense it when families arrive at Jessica's house. We see their shoulders relax when they come in and know that they are not only supported through the dying process, but in their grief as well. It is really and truly a feather in the cap of Jessica's house and our entire communities that professional bereavement support is available free of charge, not only for the families that come into the hospice, but for the entire community. People who have experienced a complex traumatic loss have found support in their own community without having to travel to the city and pay for that service. For those that seek support, to know that they will not be refused because of cost is extremely important to us. As well as the professional one-on-one counseling, we have been working on growing our programs. Even COVID-19 couldn't slow us down. We have been providing virtual groups to keep people connected because grieving through the pandemic has been so hard on so many. Just when we need the comfort and support of our family, friends, and community, we found ourselves in isolation and needing to be socially distant. This has taken its toll on so many grievers. It was our priority to be engaged and ensure that folks still knew that we were there for them, even if it couldn't be in person at times. I've spent hundreds of hours on the telephone and on Zoom since the beginning of COVID, creating a safe space and providing support to families that I've never actually met in person before. But I knew through their tears and in trusting me and sharing their experiences of loss that it was a service that I knew that they appreciated very much. I have always referred to Jessica's house as the house that this community built, and you're sharing in that tonight. Thank you for being a part of this virtual event and for committing to support our bereavement program. I understand it is perhaps one of those services that you may not give much thought to until it is you or someone you care about who is grieving. Feeling lost and hopeless, wondering how do I make sense of this intensity? How do I find meaning in my loss and readjust to life through all of this sadness? We are only a phone call away, and we are here to help. You are going to hear from some very special people tonight, some who have lost a loved one at Jessica's house, and others who have found comfort in our bereavement support services. I expect their stories will sound familiar to many of you who are grieving the death of someone special. Enjoy the evening, and thank you again for your desire to want to be a part of our Handbags for Hospice. We cannot wait to see you in person next year.
Hi, I'm Irene. When I was asked to say something today after my experience at Jessica's house, I was both honored and humbled. I have to admit that I am nervous. Speaking today about the wonderful experience at Jessica's house brings back the memories of the last hours and moments of two very special people that my family and I lost during the last 9 months. When Jessica's house opened a few years ago, I toured it during the open house. I was in awe of its beauty. At the time, I merely admired how it seemed that everything was thought of when it was built. The big, bright rooms with the doors opening onto the beautiful gardens, a nice living room and kitchen. No detail was missed. At that time, I thought of it as a wonderful addition to our community. I really didn't think about how it would impact me personally. Within the last 9 months, I lost my father-in-law and my father. They passed away within 6 months of each other in the same room in Jessica's house. Although losing them was extremely difficult, I wouldn't have wanted them to be in any other place. When my father-in-law was admitted last November, we knew instantly that he was in the right place. It was the first time in months that he was able to be with his family. He was surrounded by his family and close friends for the duration of his stay. We are able to wander in and out of the room freely. We enjoyed time together as a family as we shared stories and reflected on the life of a man who was the pillar of the family. We listened to his favorite music, We held him and each other. We cried, we laughed. My sister-in-law stayed overnight with her dad. While she slept lightly, she heard the staff coming into the room to check on him frequently. They were so gentle and comforting. My father spent 5 weeks at South Huron Hospital leading up to his passing at Jessica's house. A day before he was transferred to Jessica's house, we had a discussion with a few hospital staff members about the possibility of Dad being moved there. My dad, who had hardly spoken one word that day, heard me describe the beauty of Jessica's house. He opened his eyes and, speaking in a very labored voice, he said, "That sounds like a nice place. I want to go there." The next day, he was transferred. When he was admitted, we were greeted by a friendly, familiar face, Tracy Snell, the executive director. One of the first things she said to my husband and I was that she was sorry. She was sorry because my dad would be passing away in the same room as my father-in-law a few short months before. It was the only room available at the time. For me, I felt thankful. I had so many warm, beautiful memories of my father-in-law's passing. Shortly after my dad's arrival, we wheeled his bed out into the beautiful gardens. It was a perfect spring day. He lay there with his family by his side. The warm wind was blowing on him and the fragrance of the flowers in the gardens that were surrounding him. The birds were chirping. This was the first time in months that he had been outside. My only regret for my dad's time at Jessica's house is that he was not able to enjoy it longer. He passed away 5 hours after his arrival. The staff and volunteers at Jessica's house, wow. The expertise of Tracy and Kim is second to none. They are so professional, knowledgeable, and they're so calm. They just know what to say. The nurses, PSWs, and volunteers are unbelievable. They are the most compassionate, caring, kind, sensitive, patient, understanding, and warm people that I have ever met. The staff was there when we needed them, but respected our space. They just seemed to know. They knew when we needed a glass of water or a coffee or a snack. In closing, the experiences of the last 9 months have reminded me of how lucky we are to have Jessica's house in our community. I have learned that we can't take this hospice for granted, as no one knows what the future holds. We need to support it as much as we can. Thank you for allowing me to tell my story and to be a part of this amazing fundraiser.
I'm Megan O'Rourke, and I want to talk to you about the bereavement services at Jessica's house. I've experienced a lot of loss in my life, but nothing has changed my life more than the death of my mom in November of 2019. This was a day where I felt that my world crumbled into a million pieces. It was a grief that I had never experienced before. And I didn't know how to deal with the magnitude of emotions. I felt numb, overwhelmed, scared, and confused. These emotions carried for months and months. In society, we're often told to bounce back quickly after a death. This was hard for me to understand. I felt like something was wrong with me. I wasn't back to my positive self shortly after her death. I couldn't go back to work. In 5 days, I had to take a month off of work to wrap my head around what happened. Grief doesn't have a quick fix. It is something we have to deal with forever. It may not be as intense as it was at the beginning, but it's something we have to learn to cope with throughout our whole lives. I was taught this through my bereavement sessions at Jessica's house with Kim Wimbo. When my mom was quite ill, she told my dad and I that we should see Kim. We started going to see her in January of 2020. and I am extremely thankful for those sessions. Jessica's House provides free bereavement counseling for anyone in the community. My mom was not able to attend Jessica's House, but I'm thankful that I had this support around us. I continue to have sessions with Kim, and it has been over 1.5 years since my mom died. Kim continues to guide me and help me deal with triggers that I have, such as music, smell of perfume, or even watching kids do back to school shopping with their moms. She has taught me that no matter how much time passes, that I am still allowed to have those emotions. After some time has passed and I was in a healthier mindset, I decided it is now my turn to give back. I decided to attend university to study bereavement and end-of-life care, and I am now part of the Jessica's House volunteer team. I am honored to have watched how Jessica's House was built and thankful every day that I have this service in our rural community. Grief affects every person on this earth, and it is important that we learn to cope with our losses and know that there is no time limit on how much love we have for the people in our lives. Our love just keeps going on even when they're physically not here. I encourage anyone that feels they need help with their emotions to reach out to Jessica's House to get the help and the listening ear that they need. This service is free, and we are so fortunate to have this in our life. Grief is hard, there is no doubt about that, but telling the stories of our loved ones and keeping them in daily conversations will really help us all. Thank you to the team and volunteers and the amazing donators that contribute to Jessica's House. I wouldn't be able to share everything that weighs on my heart daily if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lane the Auctionista, and it is my absolute honor and privilege to be here with you tonight. I don't know about all of you, but just watching those videos, meeting those families, those human beings that reached out to Jessica's House for support, I don't know, it gives me all the feels, and I'm sure that you are feeling exactly the same way. Those stories exemplify the reason that we're here tonight. You know, there's so many ways to get involved this evening, whether it's bidding on the silent auction or the wheel spinning the golden ticket. But right now, it's time to raise critical funds with your direct donations for Jessica's House. Tonight, we have a goal of raising $7,500, and I'm going to say in the next 5 minutes we're going to do that. Our goal is to raise $7,500 to support the one-on-one grief and bereavement services that you just heard about. And for me, what really struck me was Megan, who shared with us that the impact of those supports inspired her to take that path for herself and to volunteer at Jessica's House. I find that to be incredible. And I hope you do too. So, my friends, I know that there are probably 300 of you out there tonight. And I want to say one thing. Imagine if every single participant online makes a donation. Imagine if everyone gave $50. 300 times 50, I'm very fast at my math, kids. That's $15,000. We can double our goal just like that. And I bet that we can do it. So here's what I say about this virtual situation. You know what? It's fantastic. We're still together. We can all get involved. We can all feel a part of this moment. And it doesn't matter that we're not together in that ballroom because we're here together right now. So I don't know how many of you know me, but those of you who know me know how much I love fundraising. And I'm guessing you're all the same way too because you're here tonight. So tonight, of course, we're using that super cool fundraising technology, and it's all in the palm of your hands. So what we're going to do right now is we are all going to come together. We are going to pool our resources, and we are going to show Jessica's House how much they mean and impact this community. So I hope you're all ready, because I can see all of you out there right now. You're charging up your phones. You're doing the things that you need to do. But here's the thing. We've got people on site here, right? Give us a little what? Yeah. So you know what? It's time to get the energy going, because I am serious about fundraising. I am serious about supporting Jessica's House, and I know that you feel exactly the same way. So what we need to do right now is everybody get on your phone, get on your tablet, and go to the Fund a Need tab on the left side of the page. What you can do once you're in there is choose one of the pre-selected, pre-populated donation amounts. Or, of course, you can do choose your own amount. And that is where you pick your favorite number and just tack on a bunch of zeros to it, okay? So we are going to do this. I want to raise $7,500 in 5 minutes. In fact, I want to crush this tonight. You know what, my friends? Failure is not an option. And I need you all with me. I need you to all feel the moment, because this is about your community. This is about your neighbors, your family, your coworkers. This is about humanity. That's what it's all about. All right, right now I can see our totalizer is sitting at $1,245. We are on our way, and we have Ann Wright, who gave $500. Thank you very much. You can cheer a lot better than that. Listen, we're going to cheer all of you on. Every time I call out a donation, my friends, the team at Jessica's House, everybody who is here is going to clap for you. All right, let's get those donations going. Let's get our totalizer on the screen. I need to see where we are. We have an anonymous gift at $165. Thank you. Jan Sunwall, I think I know you, at $100. Thank you, Jan. And here's the thing, my friends. It doesn't matter how much you give as long as you give. Let's be honest. Not all of you are going to go home with a silent auction prize. Not all of you are going to go home with a live auction prize. And not all of you are going to go home with me. So we will... They're laughing a little bit. Let's go. We're still sitting at $12.95. Let's get some pledges going. Every $20 gift. Now we're going. Now we're moving along. I have Teresa Campbell, $100. Thank you, Teresa. Michelle Lawler, $100. Rebecca Churchyard, $500. Judy McMullen. Judy McMullen has picked a very unique number. Julie McMullen is in at $130. I love that, because that is a number that's meaningful for Judy. Carolyn Farmer, $90. I love that. We're at $1,700. And you know what? Get your feet going. Get that pump in. Get those clicks going. I'm not leaving. You know what? This place is going to be open till 2 a.m. until we get to $7,500. We're now at $1,820. My friends, this is why we're here. And here's what I need you to know. No matter how much you give tonight, whether it's a $10 gift, a $100 gift, a $1,000 gift, please give a gift that is meaningful for you. We can all do something here. And this is what I always say. The greatest gift that we can give each other as human beings is our gift of time and of our resources. So let's show the love. We're at $3,720. Yeah, we're halfway there. Let's keep it cooking. Let's get some names. I'm looking over here at my monitor. Now we're at 4,420. Yeah, keep it going. I'm not sure what's happening. I need my page refreshed here, because I'm still seeing these same names, and possibly, I'm not sure what's happening, but I want to call out as many names as I possibly can. Teresa Campbell, $100. These are some of the same names, but we have more people. I can tell we have more donations right now, because we're sitting at $4,720. Now we're at $4,770. Let's get over $5,000 in the next 10 seconds. Let's do it. Let's get those donations going. Every dollar makes a difference. Every single $5,070. We are over. We are over, and don't forget that every donation that you give tonight will receive a charitable tax receipt. We're at $5,120. We are cooking with, are we cooking with gas or oil here? Both of it. We're cooking with gas. That is what's happening, and this is all because of you. We're at $5,120. Let's see if we can get to $6,000 in the next 2 minutes. We're going to have an opportunity a little bit later in the show to fundraise in this way again, but I'm telling you, my friends, there is no stopping us tonight. You are with us. We can feel you. You are here with us. We sense the community spirit. We're at $5,120. Do I have a few more people that will give a $100 gift right now? Just go to the preset amount. Go click, 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 click. Let's see. There we go. We just got another $500 gift. And we are sitting. Bree is down on her hands and knees right now. She is almost in tears. She cannot believe that we are now at $6,620. We are going to go over $7,500 in the next 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back later in the show. And Bree, I'm changing the goal. I'm going to change the goal to 10 grand because I think that we have incredible capacity out there. I feel and I know that we have beautiful souls out there that are saying, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that I am going to make that charitable donation. Tonight, I choose Jessica's House. We're sitting at $6,820. That's where we are. Can we bust over 7? Can we bust over 7? Can we do it? Look into my eyes. Look, we're over 7,000 right now. Now, let's get to our goal of 7,500. Once we get to 7,500, I'm going to switch to live auction, and then we're going to come back a little bit later in the show, and we're going to help Jessica's House get over $10,000 tonight. My friends, look into my eyes. Do you see me? Do you see this face? This is the face of somebody who loves you, because I am looking at the screen, and we just did it! We're at $7,620. $77.53. It is moving. It is buzzing. You are not going to stop. Do not take your foot off the gas. Now we're at $78.53. I don't know how many minutes I have. Do you want me to switch to the live auction? Yes. Bree she's doing the worm on the floor, and she. Are you okay? There's some water over there. All right, here's what we're going to say, folks. We're going to switch over to the live auction. But before I do, I want to tell you that I am so excited to be in this community. I missed you all, and I'm so glad to be here. And I don't want you taking your little tootsies off the gas pedal. We are going to get over 10 grand tonight. But right now, we're going to have a little bit of live auction action with the auctionista. Are you guys excited? Are you folks excited? Of course you are. Of course you are. Okay. I do have a few basic auction rules. Just for those of you, hey, I feel like some of you are staring at me. Are some of you staring at me in there? You know what? I don't know how many of you have seen me before, but I just want to clarify. I'm not the love child of Katie Lang and Elvis, okay? So it's Lane the auctionista, but I know it's quite a it's a dazzling suit. So here we go. Auction rules, kids. Do not look into your spouse's eyes. You just focus on me. You focus on me. It's you and I, you and I, you and I, and the bunch of bidders. Next rule, no deals. Absolutely no deals. Could I get a little glass of water over here, please? Absolutely no. It is very dry in here. It's dry and it's very hot. And here we go. I am drinking, excuse me, this is live. This is live, and this is how we do it. I hope you are feeling the moment with me. There's a lot of leather here. All right. So, second rule, don't hold back. Tonight is not about deals. There are no deals to be made this evening. We are raising critical funds for Jessica's House. All right. And the other auction rule is Click as many times as you want to, all right? If you want to click 4, 5, 6, 7 times, just go for it, all right? Here we go. Our first item up for bids is called Fill the Freezer. And it is exactly that. I don't know if we're showing a picture of it on screen, but let me talk about who has donated this package. It's been generously donated by Stacy Palin, Metzger's Meat Products, Hayter's Turkey Farm, Van Osh Farms, The Whole Pig, and Cedar Villa Angus Farms. Let's talk a little bit about what this is all about. This is Fill Your Freezer, and we are going to load full a massive, big 31 cooler bag with a $500 gift card to Metzger's Meat Products and a $200 gift card and cooler bag to Hayter's Turkey Farm, a $200 gift Hey, I don't know if I'm live right now, but we're waiting. Am I live? Okay, I am live and I am back. All right. And I don't know how much of that you missed, but Fill the Freezer is all about the meat. It's about the protein. It's about filling that freezer with turkey and meat products. You know what? All I can say is, wow, holy cow. Okay. You know what? That's okay. Everybody's got their head down doing their stuff. All right. Fill the freezer. The fair market value for this incredible meat package and protein package is $1,200. Tonight we're going to start the bidding off at $600, and we're going to go nice and easy bid increments of $100. So find that item under the live auction tab, go to it, and start clicking right now. Is this my bid right now is at $800? I'm confirming that to make sure that it's refreshed. I'm sitting at an $800 bid with an anonymous donor. Is that correct? That is correct. All right, so now I need somebody to come in at $1,000. I need a $200 bidder. No, $100, excuse me. We're going in at $900. Do I have anybody in at $900? Anybody in at $900? This is a $1,200 package. Listen, kids, you got to eat. And if you're going to eat, you might as well eat great meat and great protein and support Jessica's House. That is what I say. So right now I have a single bidder at $800. This is valued at $1,200, and I need somebody to come in with another bid. How about somebody else? My friends, do you not eat out there? Think about it. We all need to eat, and we have so many holidays coming up. December is going to be a busy month for hosting and for socializing, so make sure that you are set up. I have one donor, one bidder at $800. That is what I have right now. Do I have anybody else that is going to come in at $900 and push this anonymous bidder out? Listen, it takes one click. It takes one click to get into the live auction, and then we're rolling, and then we're making money. So I'm thinking I've got to shut this item down. I've got one bidder at $800. Am I missing anything over there, Bree? Am I missing anything over there? Are we good? Has my screen We're at 1,100. Okay, call my bids out. All right. Who do I have at 1,100? I got 1,100. Who do I have? Tanya Haynes is in at 11. So listen, my friends, this screen is frozen, but I don't care. We have a team over there that is ready to roll and ready to take your bids. Tanya, you're in at $1,100. I'm looking for somebody at $1,200 now. $1,200 now? Anybody at $1,200? Jackie Hayton. Jackie Hayton, I remember you from last week, my dear. Jackie Hayton, welcome to the live auction at Jessica's house. Jackie Hayton is in at $1,200. Who was my backup bidder? What is their name? What's the name of my backup bidder? Anybody got a name for me? I wanna call you out so bad. I got Jackie Hayton at $1,200. Do I have anybody else in at $1,300? Anybody gonna go one more time? Anybody gonna go one more time? Anybody gonna go one more time? Is Jackie Hayton going to take this item?
Jackie Hayton's at $1,200.
Jackie's at $1,200. That's right, she is. So unless we have somebody come back, beautiful. I have a current bid at $1,200. Jackie Hayton, I can't see my backup bidder, but if you were the person, I think it was Tanya who was on before. Tanya, look at me. You need a turkey in your freezer. Tanya, and you probably need a little bit of pork and a little bit of turkey and other meat products. So right now, Jackie Hayton, I'm telling you, Jackie, I'm selling you this big meat package. It is yours. We are going to send it off to you. Jackie Hayton at $1,200 going once. Jackie Hayton at $1,200 going twice. All in, all out, and sold, baby! Yeah! Jackie Hayton! Oh, Jackie, it's great to see you and not see you. It's great to not see you again this week. All right, my friends, I hope you're having fun. It's fast and furious. I got one more live auction item to sell right now, and then I'm going to send the show back to our MCs, and then I will be back for a little more fundraising. All right. I'm not going to lie. I am feeling slightly mischievous. I'm very overheated right now. There's a lot of activity here in the room. But right now, we're going to talk about the Gourmet Getaway Package. Okay. I don't know how many of you have been here at Hessenland Inn and Schatz Winery, but I arrived here for the first time at 3 o'clock today. And I'm going to tell you, this place is beautiful. It is beautiful. And over and above that, the staff and everybody that I have met here are so gracious and they are so kind. And my dinner was amazing. So now that I've been here, now that we are broadcasting from here, now that I see the surroundings and I've met the people, I am even more excited to present this next live auction package to you. It's called the Gourmet Getaway, and the market value on this package is $1,200. And we want to thank our donors, J&M Drywall, Mike Henderson, Lori and Stephen Weber, Stacy Palin, and Janelle Clark Mudge for coming together and putting this incredible package together for you tonight. So let's talk a little bit about what's included here. Kids, we have $1,000 gift certificate to Hessenland Inn and Schatz Winery. $1,000 buys about 10 martinis here. Probably gets you a great overnight stay, an amazing meal. You are going to have this incredible property. So do with it what you like. Maybe you want to use that $1,000 and have 5 dinners here. Maybe you'd like to have an overnight getaway. Look, we're not flying very far this year. So what a great place to come for a romantic overnight or even an evening with your grandbabies. Absolutely. Take Troy and Jesse and Junior and Cuba. Bring them here. I'm sure that they'll be very happy to host you. So $1,000 gift certificate to Hessenland Inn and Schatz Winery. We also are going to add to that a beautiful handcrafted charcuterie board, because that's what you pack in your overnight bag when you go for a staycation. You're going to put that charcuterie board right in your overnight bag, and we're going to send you to Stonehouse Cheese with a $50 gift certificate and a cooler bag to put a few bottles of wine, maybe bottle tequila in there so you can have a really great night. And we've got some Epicure spices. I have no idea why the Epicure spices are in here unless that's something you sprinkle into the bathtub later after your dinner evening. I don't know, but I'm focused on the $1,000 gift certificate. That is the showcase. That is the prize. That is the thing. This is what everybody wants right now. All right, this is what we're doing. This package is valued at $1,200. We're going to start the bidding off at $700 with $100 increments, and we are at $900. We're at $900 already. Shelley Vollmer. Shelley wants a getaway. Shelley does. Shelley does. But you know what? We love you, Shelley, but we want to bump you out. We want to bump you out. I need a bidder at $1,000. I need a bidder at $1,000. I need a bidder at $1,000. And Shelley, bump yourself out and go to $1,000. This is a $1,200 package. This place is beautiful. Shelley is in at $900. I can't believe that I don't have a bidding war going on for this item right now. Shelley is still sitting in the lead. And here's what I'm going to say to everybody out there. Think about it. Think about it hard, because tonight is the night that you need to be dropping the dough. You need to be dropping the dough for Jessica's house. And I'm going to tell you, you know what? Drop $1,000. Drop $1,200. You know what? Put it on your Visa. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to drive to that ATM in the morning. It's going to be full. It's going to be full. You're going to take the money out, pay the Visa card off, and you are going to feel great. Shelley Vollmer is the only bidder on this item. I cannot even believe it. She is sitting at $900. This is a $1,200 package. This should be going for $1,500. Every auction that I am doing right now, any getaway experience is going for double value. We have been stuck. We want to get away. We want experiences with other people. So use this $1,000 gift certificate any way that you want. I am guessing I'm going to shut this down at $900. Shelley Vollmer, I'm just going to let you know I'm available next month, most Fridays and Saturdays. Huh? We've got somebody else? Okay, we've got Randy Ivy. Randy, welcome to the live auction. It took you long enough, but maybe it's our back end. Who knows what's going on? But right now, Randy Ivy is sitting at $1,000, a nice, clean $1,000. And Shelley, come back to me. Shelley, come back to me. Let's just get Randy out of the game. Shelley, take a little sip. Open up another bottle of wine. Have another sip and click. Because I think you really want this package. I'm not sure Randy really wants it, but let's find somebody who really wants it, and let's go one more time. I'm not sure we're getting refreshed on my screen here, so I'm going to look to my friends over there. We are sitting at $1,000. Randy, it's looking good. It's looking really good. Shelley, this is your last chance. I'm going to shut this item down right now. I have Randy at one. No! Meg Theo is in the house. Welcome to the live auction, Meg. And boy, just in the nick of time for sure. Meg is sitting at $1,100. Anybody else going to go 12? Anybody else going to go one more time? Anybody else going to go one more time? I need Shelley or who's the other gal that's bidding? Who's that? Randy. Okay, you know what? Make one more bid. It might sting for like 10 seconds, and then it's going to feel good, because you're going to have amazing getaway. I'm sitting at $1,100 right now. Meg is in at $1,100. I'm shutting her down. $1,100 going once, $1,100 going twice. Meg Theo, congratulations. We are sold. Yeah. You know what? I want to thank you all for your patience as we work our way through these things. You know what? We love you for being with us tonight. I'm going to be back a little bit later in the show. I'm going to go check on our fundraising totals. I got one more live auction item to sell you. It's a little bit of a surprise. But right now, back over to our MCs.
Thank you so much, Lane. Lane, the auctionista, everyone, thank you so much. Yeah, a couple technical glitches here or there. This happens once in a while, but we are working our way through them, and we thank you so much for your bids tonight. You know what? I also want to take a moment and say thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We could not have this night, we could not have this event in support of Jessica's House if it wasn't for our sponsors. First and foremost, let's go back to that golden ticket, and I want to thank all of our sponsors involved. Of course, first and foremost, I want to go back and thank Cliff Trucking. I also want to thank our other sponsors. So thank you. There we go. Our sponsors, Cliff Trucking, our golden ticket sponsor. I also want to thank our Spin to Win sponsors, or sponsor, Oak Woodworking. Thank you. Or Oak Woodsmith. And then our entertainment sponsors tonight. We have some entertainment coming up for you now in just a moment. So thank you to our entertainment sponsors, Silphico, Hay Communications, and Physiotherapy Alliance. Now, our next guest Holly Clausius is an amazing musician who has a personal connection to Jessica's house. Without further ado, tonight's entertainment is brought to you by Holly.
Hello there, my name is Holly Clausius. I am a full-time musician based in Toronto, Canada, originally from Exeter. And thank you so much for having me. Welcome, Handbags for Hospice and Jessica's House. Thank you so much. I have a personal connection with Jessica's house. My grandmother was there for the last weeks of her life, and it was a really great place that took care of her and let her kind of just enjoy her last days. I was unable to get down there in time, but they allowed me to call her and speak to her and sing her this song. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. This is called Strongest Woman Alive. How can you even start when the world tears you apart? How can you be so brave? Two little girls in a porcelain tub filled with bubbles and so much love. How could you give so much? But the world always takes. There's only so much hours in the day. I wish I could be by your side. And if I'm honest, I'm afraid, and I don't wanna see you cry. Oh, 'cause honestly, you're the strongest woman alive. I'd be lying if I didn't say your hugs are worth 1,000 trains, a million planes. And I go back to that little farmhouse in a blink if it made you think of all the laughs and memories. You were so good to me. There's only so much hours in the day. I wish I could be by your side. And if I'm honest, I'm afraid, and I don't wanna see you cry. 'Cause honestly, you're the strongest woman alive. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was amazing presentation. Come back in here.
Here we go.
Come
We
on,
are
Melissa,
busy. We've
we
got
are
so
back.
much
We're
on the
all
go
over the
here.
place.
Oh my goodness. It's quite a night. Yes, we are back, and it's time for more prizes.
Yes, I
Sound
was
good?
just perusing the purses and I got caught doing that. But there are some amazing handbags there. So do keep bidding on those as well.
Like I said, I can smell some of that leather back there, and it is, oh yeah, it's not gonna last very long, that is for sure. There's so many beautiful purses, and all you have to do is go on to Givergy and you get a front row view of everything that is up for bid, and that is going to be, well, I gotta check the time because that's going to come to an end at 7:30 sharp. But before that comes to an end,
Yes,
it's time to spin the wheel.
spinning.
Once again, let's head over here. We've got 3 more prizes, Jennifer, to give away. So here is the purse. I'll shake it up here. Okay, and please do me the honors.
I will.
All right, so we've removed the ones that are gone, and now we have, oh, I love this satchel. I love this little satchel. Oh, we've got the $100 fine, oh, $100 gift certificate to Fine Restaurant, and that is 42 Barb Sterry. 42, Barb, you won a $100 gift certificate to Fine a Restaurant. Congratulations. All right, we've got 2 more prizes. So because we have 2 prizes, we only need 1 more spin, and then the other one, then we'll draw, and then you can draw the last name. How about that?
That sounds good.
Okay, they are in here. Ooh. Okay, so we've got, so that's gonna go to the Michael Kors bag right here. We've got Michael Kors is going to number 10, Carolyn Knight. Carolyn, the Michael Kors bag is your bag. Congratulations, Carolyn Knight. And here, I'll shake this up, and then that leaves us, we have 1 prize left. That is for Purdy Salt Spa, a gift certificate to, oh, I want that one. Yes, who doesn't need a salt spa? We're heading into winter, like that sounds delightful.
There you go.
All right, and the salt spa goes to number 36, Jenna Becker. Jenna, congratulations. And don't forget, as Jennifer mentioned, we are looking at these beautiful purses. I mean, Handbags for Hospice, that's the name, right? Handbags for Hospice, and we have a lot of handbags that are up for grabs here this evening. That is, unless we don't outbid you here in the studio. So get on there, bid high, bid often, and have some fun at it. It's been a fun night. With that, I hand it over back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you very much. If you are from the Grand Bend area, and especially if you had a child go to Grand Bend Public School, you will know the legendary Karen Schramm. Karen fought an epic battle with cancer and left this world far too soon. We want to thank the Schramm family for sharing Karen's journey and their experiences with Jessica House with us tonight.
Karen was a beautiful woman, inside and out. And Karen came to Jessica's house to participate in what we called our Circle of Friends support group. And this was specifically for people who were dealing with a life-threatening illness. And I loved Karen from the first time I met her. She was gracious and kind and inquisitive and thoughtful and scared, of course, as she would be because of her diagnosis. So we talked about family, we talked about her beautiful husband and son, and trying to figure out, how do I say goodbye to the people that mean so much to me? It was really such a pleasure and an honor to have gotten to know her in the community before she came to Jessica's house. We had a few in-person visits when she was up to it, and we certainly had lots of telephone calls as well before she became a resident at Jessica's house. We supported her family through her death and been able to provide bereavement support after her death.
Hello everybody. So we're here to tell the story of my wife, Karen Schramm. This is Karen's twin sister, Kathy, with me today. So in 2014, Karen began having symptoms of an illness, and it took a year to diagnose. She lost a lot of weight in the year 2014 to 2015. She threw up a lot, and the doctors first started doing simple tests for minor illnesses, and it really didn't occur to us that it could be a life-threatening situation. In November of 2014, we started talking about possible colon cancer, and that was for the first time we heard the word cancer. So in January of 2015, we did a colon scan, and that came up negative, which was, I thought, good news, but Karen was sad about that because she still knew there was something seriously wrong with her, and we still didn't know what it was. And by then she probably lost 50 to 60 pounds. And she was still working as a teacher. So in March of 2015, she had an MRI, and she had it on the Wednesday. And on Monday, I came home from work, and Karen was in a happy mood, and she was saying, well, we know what's wrong now. And she was happy to find out what was wrong. And I said, what is it? And she said, pancreas cancer. So I was stunned by that. But anyway, Karen was happy to know what it was and what it is, and ready to take on the battle. And she wasn't concerned about the end result. She wasn't afraid of it at all. So about 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, we had surgery, and Kathy was involved all throughout that time.
So on April 10th, she had 85 to 90% of her pancreas removed. She had 42 staples in her stomach that she called her shark attack bite. And we waited for 8 weeks before we began our first attempt at chemotherapy.
Her last chemo treatment was December 24th.
That's right. December 24th, 2015, she rang the bell, finishing her chemo, what we thought was finishing her chemo.
We went on a cruise over Christmas and New Year's of 2016, 2017. And then in February, she was doing CT scans every 3 months. And in February of 2017, she did a scan and she was reading the results, and it said monitoring for possible recurrence. Basically, there was signs that it was still there. So then in May of 2017, she started chemo again, and she did it for a year. November of 2018, and then she wasn't strong enough to do it, so that was her final chemo. That's when we were introduced to Jessica's House. Karen went through the winter of 2019. Karen went to some programs at Jessica's House. She met with Kim Winbow, and she was meeting with other people that were in Karen's situation. They would have group sessions and talk about what they were all dealing with, what was coming for them. So Karen was familiar with Jessica House before we actually went there.
I just remember taking Karen to the program where she was meeting other people in her situation, and how she really liked talking with one woman in particular who was about her age, facing her death and having children and all the worries and thoughts that go along with knowing that your days are numbered, and to be such a young age and to be dealing with something like that, it gave her comfort for sure to meet someone else who was in a similar situation, and having Kim there was so lovely for all the way through for everybody involved in the situation. She really made it. Everybody there made us feel really at home, and that we could ask any question, Karen included, that she could ask any question, and there wasn't anything dumb or silly. You don't know what you don't know, and we only pass away once, and we don't know these answers to these questions. So that was a helpful piece leading up to actually moving into Jessica's house, which I would say the physical move of getting there that day was one of the harder days of the journey, just knowing when she was packing up and saying goodbye to her cat, that would be it, that she wouldn't be going home. But with that came some relief for me anyway. I know giving needles in the night and staying on top of her medication and such was becoming a daunting task, especially when you're so tired and you don't want to be doing any of the things that you're doing, but here you are doing it. And when we got there and they said, this is our job now, we do the needles, we do the medicine, we look after all of that, then you kind of could go back to being a sister and not a nurse and a caretaker, which was really something I really appreciated. At the beginning, Karen wanted to stay at home and pass away at home, but in the end, I think that it was such a relief for her and for Dean and Cameron and I to know that we were somewhere that if something happened, there were people there always that could help us. When we were at home, sometimes we were not sure of what to do, or if we should be going to emerge, or if we should be doing something. But when we were there, we knew that someone was always watching over us, and that was a relief.
We were fortunate enough to be able to have the use of Jessica's house at the end of Karen's journey. We were there for 18 days at the end. And actually it's 2 years tomorrow is the anniversary of her passing. Well, I think we stayed home as long as we could. We knew the day would come that we had to leave home, and we definitely dreaded that day. But it was a blessing that we were able to go to a facility like Jessica's house, close to where we live, where friends and family could come and visit Karen, and also for us to live in Grand Bend, to slip home from Exeter to Grand Bend and just get a break from it for a bit, or do some laundry or feed the cat. It was close to home. And the people at Jessica's house were wonderful. The volunteers, Tim and Maria, and the nurses, and Tracy and Kim Winbow. We needed their support, and we were very lucky to have it. And it was 24-hour support. And we were there, we went August 13th, and we stayed there until August 31st. We spent 18 nights there. And I know between our son Cameron, Kathy, and myself, one of us stayed with Karen every night. And sometimes all three of us stayed. And it was our home away from home for almost 3 weeks. And we really got to know everybody there. And I remember telling Tim that I really don't like this place. And I didn't mean to insult anybody. It was just the situation we were in. We were really thankful to be there, but it was a very stressful time. But we were very thankful to have the facility for our use and for Karen's use. Karen didn't want to be in a situation where at home where we had to call a nurse to come, or a nurse is going to come in 5 hours. She got to the point where she needed to have care when she needed it at the moment. And she asked to go to Jessica's house. When we went there, it was because Karen asked to go there. Then when the 18 days we were there, Kim would take the opportunity to take each of us individually when we wanted, if we felt like it and if we wanted to do it, and spend a few minutes with her. So during it, I think I felt like it was all about Karen, like we were just focused on Karen. But after, that's when I really needed help. I didn't really know what it was going to be like because we spent 4 to 5 years focusing on Karen. But probably within 12 hours of Karen passing, I realized that now I needed help. And so I myself personally talked to Kim many times in the first 6 months. And then even recently, in the last 6 or 8 months, I have talked to her a few times, and I have a lot of trust and respect, and I am very comfortable talking to Kim about my personal feelings and what we went through. After you go through something like this, like what we went through, you start to open your eyes to everybody else's situations that they've gone through and understand that it's a part of life. And I think the community having the foresight to move ahead with this project, and all the people that donated money and the people that donate time to create this facility for the people in our area, they deserve a lot of credit to be able to see that there was a need for this, and they created a beautiful facility with trained staff, and everybody's comfortable, and it's local, and it's in our community, and it's something to be proud of. So we want to take the opportunity to thank everybody for supporting Jessica's House at Handbags for Hospice. It's a very worthwhile cause. We experienced it, and we really appreciate your support.
Dean and Kathy, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that really intimate journey with us tonight. So friends, while I was off screen and you were watching the show, my goodness, we had a lot of donations come in, and I want to take a moment right now and recognize the following individuals. Let's say thank you to Tracy Snell, Executive Director at Jessica's House, for a $125 gift. Right. That's right, and we had an anonymous donor at $100. And Pat O'Rourke, Coldwell Banker Real Estate, $500 gift tonight. That's amazing. And Roy and Gail Rader, $50 from them. That's fantastic. Jason and Michelle Wilban, $500 from them as well. Brewster's Mill Brewery, $300. Rotary Club of Grand Bend, $1,000. Highway Girl Cafe, $200. Deb McNaughton, $500 from Deb. Tri-County Tree Service, $200. And Matt Den Hollander, Realty Executives and Experience Camping, $1,000. My goodness. And I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Let's say thank you to Copa Flight 177 for a $300 gift tonight. Lions Club of Exeter, a $250 gift. Thames Financial, $125. Geyser Elliott Insurance, $125. Kim Rustin, $50. And I want to say something right there. You know what? $50 makes such a big difference. And I want to be very, very clear that every donation is crucial. Every donation is appreciated. And that's what happens when a community pools their resources to hold something up, to move something forward. That, my friends, is how it happens. Barbara Aitchinson, $100 from Barbara. Allison Dumford gave $75. Keep clapping. Come on, yeah. Allison Durnford, $75. Hensel Pharmacy, $100. We received $200 from Brenda's house, $100 from Sandra Ulch, a $500 gift from Kim Hammond and Deb McNaughton, $1,000, I said Rotary Club, $250 from Lions Club of Exeter. Yeah, and there were so many more, but I don't know if you've been watching the totalizer for the donations, because you know what they say, you put that out to the universe and it happens. Remember when I left after the first segment, I said, geez, I'm changing the goal to 10,000. Let's take a look at our totalizer right now on the bottom of the screen. We are sitting at $10,953. And I want to take 2 minutes right now, because if somebody didn't have an opportunity to give tonight, if you have now moved through the show and you are at a place right now where your heart is so full, where you want to be a part of tonight, maybe you weren't expecting to give a donation tonight, but after listening and meeting these beautiful people that shared such intimate, personal journeys with us, you might be ready right now. You might be ready to make a $20 gift tonight. You might be ready to make a $100 gift tonight. And we are sitting at $11,228. That's where we are. And you know what? Bree is rolling on the floor. And don't go too far, because I feel that maybe, no, I'm not even going to use that word. I know that we can make $15,000 for Jessica's House. Can you imagine what kind of a record-breaking night it would be if we doubled our goal tonight? Doubled our goal. Because this year, of all years, we need to be there for each other. We need to be there for our communities. We need to be there for our families, our neighbors, and everyone else. We're sitting at $11,628. I right now am looking for 20 people to give $100. Maybe you already gave your 100, but maybe you can give more. I am looking, you know what I call them? My double, triple dipper donors. Maybe you're a double, triple dipper donor tonight, and maybe you already made a gift, and maybe you want to do more. But we are sitting at $11,628. What an amazing evening we have had. You know what? The night is not over. That Givergy website will remain open until this Friday. Monday. They're giving you lots of days here. So remember, share the stories. Share the YouTube link. Share about Jessica's House. Please make sure that everyone in your family, in your professional networks, is aware of the incredible work that Jessica's House does 24/7, 365 days a year. Volunteers, dedicated staff, end-of-life care, exceptional care for the patient, the families, and beyond the death of their loved one with bereavement and grief support services. All right, I'm telling you right now, I love you all. You are amazing. I'm going to ask you to not take your foot off the gas, because I got one more live auction item to do, kids. And I'm going to tell you right now, even though we had a winner of the Loaded in the Tub package, that went as our golden ticket earlier on in the evening, Maverick Real Estate and Friends said, you know what? We are standing by you tonight. We are going to offer up another package. Let's make money. So kids, are you ready for a little live auction action? The last live auction item of the night. Are you ready? Because it's a goodie. It's a goodie. It's full of... And that's not tennis I'm playing. That's a drinking game. That is bottle pong, because this is Loaded in the Tub. Of course, our donor is Maverick Real Estate and Friends. This thing is valued at $1,100, kids. It comes with this really cool cooler tub, and it's packed. It is packed. There are 6 amazing bottles of red and white wines. These wines average $23 a bottle, and we have 7 incredible bottles of spirits. We've got Hendrick's Gin. We've got Schnapps. We've got Ciroc Peach. We've got it all. We've got some, what else do we have there? We've got Mott Caesar. We've got Woody's. We've got gift cards. We've got a $300 Lickbo card, and shakers, and cooling cups and chillers, and all the goodies that you need for a really darn good party or darn good weekend, whichever way you look at it. All right, the value of this item is $1,100. Holy smokes, kids! Kim Hammond is in the house. Kim Hammond is sitting at $1,800. And listen, I know that some of you are having a little bit of problem with your Givergy, with your tablet or whatever. You know what? we got a solution, because that's what we do here. We are here to raise money. That's why you're here tonight. If you are having any issue at all, please text us if you want to get in on the live auction. This is not my personal cell number, so this is not my number, just in case anyone, if you want to talk to me. This is Bree's number. It's her personal number, and you can catch her any time of the day, especially between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. She picks up the phone. But tonight, she is going to be watching her phone, because if you want to get in on this item and beat Kim Hammond out, you can text Bree at 519-280-4774. Once again, 519-280-4774. Okay, we'd love it if you use the Givergy site. Then I can see your names. Everybody's going to be cool and kosher. And this is it. This is the one you've been waiting for. I'm ready to give her. I'm ready to blow this thing out of the water. I want to get $2,500 for this package. I want to end my night with Jessica's House on a record-breaking moment, and let's sell some booze, baby. I've got Kim Hammond at $1,800. I need somebody else in at $19. Where's Tracy? They're saying, where's Tracy? Tracy, have you disappeared? Have you disappeared? Are you making room in your fridge right now, Tracy, for all this booze that you can bid on? I got Kim Hammond at $1,800. I need somebody else in at $1,900. Remember, you can text. I've got Kim Hammond sitting at $1,800. Kim Hammond is like, yeah, I got this. I want this. It's going to be mine. I'm having a party this weekend. We want to make sure that somebody outbids Kim Hammond. Let's get to $2,000. Let's get to $2,000. Make sure you text the number. I threw the number away because I was so excited. I think it's 519-280-4774. Kim Hammond. Kim, I believe I know you. I've seen your name everywhere. Kim, would you like to be a shero tonight? Would you like to do something really amazing for Jessica's House? And I don't do this often, but Kim, I am asking you to bid yourself up, to make it a $2,000, make it an even $2,000, and let's just call it a day. Be the shero tonight. Can you do it for me? Kim, I'm looking at the screen. I know you're... Tracy Hartman is back at $1,900, but Kim, I am talking to you. Push that button, Kim. Let's make it go. Make it an even. You know what? $2,000 is such a beautiful number, right? Nice and even. Just balance out your checkbook just like that. Kim, if you go $2,000, Kim, if you go $2,000, I'm talking to you, Kim. If you go $2,000, I'm never going to ask you again. No, never going to ask you again for another bid tonight. I'm not. What do you say, Kim? Are you back in with me? Are you back in with me? Kim Hammond at 18 and Tracy is at $1,900, and Tracy just texted in. And I don't know, Kim, if you know Tracy, but you know what? Kimmy! Kim is at $2,000. Kim, how close can I get to this camera, guys? Get on in there. I love you, Kim. I love you. You are making a massive difference tonight. You are a shero. You also want the booze. I know you want the booze, but we want the money. We want the money for Jessica's House. I have Kim Hammond sitting at $2,000. Do we have our other backup bidder in? Have you texted them? Are they back in? Are they back in? Because I think Kim Hammond is going to take this home. And you know what? You can pick this item up. Maybe it'll fit in the back of your Volvo. Maybe it won't. We'll figure it all out. Maybe you're going to have it for this weekend. Do I have another bidder? Because now I want Kim to have this. Now I really want Kim to have this. Kim Hammond at $2,000 going once. Kim Hammond at $2,000 going twice. All in, all out. Kim, baby, we are sold! Yeah. Mwah. I love you. Thank you, Kim. You are a rock star. All right, let's take a look at our fundraising screen. Let's see where our donations are at. I am ready to take my leave of the stage. My friends, we are sitting at $11,778. My goodness, our goal tonight was $7,500 in donations. You know what? All of you, you stood up tonight. You stood arm in arm. You stood shoulder to shoulder for Jessica's House. You made this happen. And you must remember that these services are not covered. These programs are not paid for by the government. And government funding continues to shrink. So Jessica's House relies on the generosity of their donors, the community, all of you tonight. My name is Lane the Auctionista. I am so grateful, and I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you. Take care. And now back to our MC.
Thank you so much, Lane the Auctionista, Jennifer, and Bree. She's back. You're not rolling around in it. You're everybody. Oh, and now she's bringing in drinks for everybody. But I'm going to give you this, Bree. We have had an incredible evening. That's for you, my dear. Thank you. Take it away. You know, here, you get right front and center. There you go. Come on right up. Come on right up. Step right up. Right there. Right there.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I am Bree Thompson, and I am the Community Relations and Fund Development Coordinator at Jessica's House. I want to thank all of you at home, every single one of you that supported Handbags for Hospice, Jessica's House, whether it was $1 to 1,000, 5,000. We could not have done this without each and every one of you. Thank you to everyone involved with this show. We have raised some funds critical for Jessica's House. You have helped make Jessica's House a home for end-of-life care. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. And cheers. And this is for you at home. Thank you so much for all of your support tonight. Thank you for tuning in and making this evening such a success. The success that it was is because of you at home. So thank you. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And thank you so much to our sponsors. With that, have a great evening, everyone, and we will see you next year.
Cheers to Kim Hammond. I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Karen Tram's best friend.
I know.
Amazing.
I know.
Here we
Lovely.
go. Cheers, ladies. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jen.
Good night, everyone.
Well done.
Woo!